Yeah, I mean, someone can do the kirtan. That's no problem.
Shall
Okay,
we?
I'll do it. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, you do it. You take over.
Okay, so we will start with Jaradha Madhav, um, as we all know, and then we'll take it forward. Just give me 1 second. Uh, sorry.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Amoga Prabhu, Hari Bol. Like, how are you? Okay?
Yeah, all good. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay.
You all okay, Prabhuji?
Yes, yep, I'm fine. Thank you very much. Meena Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hope you're okay. Hari Bol. Ambika Mataji, Hare Krishna. Yeah, I'm hoping you're okay as well.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Um, just give me 1 second. I'll start. Right. So you already. I haven't got Karatal with me, but I will try to. So we'll start with the Jai Radha Madhav, and then we'll continue from there. So Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari.
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari.
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari.
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari.
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari.
Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana.
Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana.
Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana.
Jamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
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 Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari.
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari.
यशोदानन्दन भज जनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन भज जनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यमुनातीरावनचारि
यमुनातीरवनचारी
यमुनातीरावनचारि
यमुनातीरवनचारी
नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने
नमों विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नितिनामिने
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे
श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानन्दा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्दा
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
जय हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय
जय
जगन गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय
जय
okay so if you can follow me we can do it together the Mangala Charana prayers ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै
तस्मै
श्रीगुरवे
श्री गुरवे नमः
Shri Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Manobhishtam
Manobishtam
Sthapitam
Stampitam
Yena
Yena
Bhutale
Bhutale
Swayam
Swayam
Rupa
Rupa
Kadamahyam
Kadamahya
Dadati
Dadati
Sapadam
Swapadandikam Vandeham
Vandeham
Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam
Maharashtra Sri
Chaitanya
Rupam Sagajatam
Jatam
Sahagana Raghunatam
Samagna Raghunatam Tam Sajivam
Advaitam Savadutam
Namadutam Parijana Krishna Chaitanya Deva
Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitascha Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. You could please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Jai Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming tonight. Are you able to hear me okay? Or uh, yeah,
Yes, Prabhu.
no problem with volume. Yeah, okay, great. Right. So again, thank you very much and for attending this class this evening. And thank you very much for all the organizers, Amoga Prabhu, Meena Mataji, and Radha Sevika Mataji, and the rest of the devotees for organizing this talk. So we are, without further delay, we will go straight in our topic this evening, which is teachings of Lord Chaitanya, which Prabhupada gave in, it's a series of lectures which Prabhupada gave in 1966, 68 in the USA. Back in the early days. It was compiled as a book. These topics so far, we are now in chapter 10, and the topics so far, you will all probably agree with me that they're very, 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 very in depth and on a different level. It takes lots of knowledge, reading, realization, hearing to be able to expand on these topics and to be able to discuss these topics, because as we all know, it is all coming from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is the postgraduate study of the Vava Shastras. So I feel most unqualified to speak on this topic, but because I've been given this the service, I will try my best to explain what I have learned and heard uh, um, in these subject matters. So we are now in chapter 10, which is the beauty of Lord Krishna. So I just wanted to highlight before we move forward in this topic that all the great devotees, all the previous acharyas, all the bhaktas, they all cherished the beauty of Lord Krishna. That was their focus and that was their meditation. They were meditating on Lord Krishna's Bala Leela, which means the childhood activities of Krishna. They were remembering uh, Lord Krishna's childhood pastimes. These were the childhood pastimes of Lord Krishna were like a tape recorder, which was constantly being reviewed and reviewed and reviewed in their heart, in the mind. They were always meditating on this. The gopis, the greatest devotees of Lord Krishna, were always meditating on the pastimes of the Lord. Even when Krishna was not in Vrindavan, he went to Mathura, their life was at a standstill. They were not able to think forward, they were not able to think backward. They were just thinking about Krishna, his pastimes, his childhood pastimes, his activities, his Leela. So all the great devotees have actually rested their heart on the beauty of Lord Krishna. And we're talking about the Shama Sundara form of Lord Krishna, his original form as uh, the child, the Krishna of Vrindavan. So, following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas and the great devotees, Prabhupada quote one devotee in the purport here in this particular chapter, Srila Bilva Mangala Thakur. Bilva Mangala Thakur was a great devotee of the Lord. There is a story behind it, how he left everything and then he eventually came to Vrindavan. And he, in his olden age, he's actually uh, stayed in Vrindavan throughout his rest of his life. And he was blind. He was blind because he actually got attracted to uh, Maya, to distractions previously. So what he did, he took two pins and punctured his eyes because his his uh, uh, his feelings was that I didn't want to be distracted again from the lotus feet, from the beauty of Lord Krishna. So I will get rid of these eyes so that my eyes doesn't wander away from the lotus feet of the Lord. So he was blind, but he was always sitting down and talking about Krishna's Bali Lila, childhood pastimes. And this his realizations eventually became a book called Krishna Karnamrita. Krishna Karnamrita means one who gives pleasure to the ears, which is like nectar to the ears of Lord Krishna. What it means is that when Srila Bilvamangal Thakur was sitting and reciting all these prayers, he was actually talking to the Lord, talking to Krishna. Krishna would actually come in his childhood form and sit in front of him, and he will hear all these pastimes of himself, because, as it is said, Krishna Karnamrita, which is Amrit to Krishna's eyes, to Krishna's ears. So Krishna, you was enjoying what his great devotee was talking about him, and Krishna would actually hold his hand and make him walk, make him cross the road, make him cross the river, take him to his house, and uh, because he was such a great devotee of the Lord, Krishna would actually hear his 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 uh, his description of himself, but through the lotus mouth of his great devotee Srila Bilva Thakur. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually was very fond of hearing Krishna Karnamrita also. Prabhupada quote later on in the purport on this particular book, Krishna Karnamrita. It is not fully available. It is a bigger book, but there is, I think, about 14 chapters, some chapters which are there in the Krishna Karnamrita, which is available at the moment, which we have available. I've got one here, Krishna Karnamrita. I don't know if you can see, which is available from yeah, from our devotees. It's actually with a commentary of Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj, one who actually compiled the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So it's very good if you could read that, because it reminds you very, very beautiful pastimes of Lord, childhood pastimes of Lord. So what I was saying is that the beauty of Lord Krishna is the object of the great devotees, the gopis. I just mentioned Bilvamangal Thakur, Bhishma Pitama. Before he left his body, he wanted to see Vasudeva Krishna. He wanted to see Krishna in front of him. Shri, the king Kulakshetra, who is an Alvar, Kulakshetra Maharaj, he actually was praying to Lord Krishna. Before my throat get choked up, before my limbs, my body give up, let me give up my body now while I am able to remember you. Because when it comes to old age, it's very difficult to remember all the pastimes, all the beauty of the Lord. So Kulashekar Maharaj was praying to Lord Krishna, while I'm fit, I'm healthy, I'm able to hear, I'm able to see, I'm able to chant your holy name, let me leave my body now. Prabhupada actually wrote a book on his prayers, the prayers of Maharaj Kulakshetra. So yeah, something to think about. So before taking too much time, we'll go straight into this this topic. I don't know if anyone would like to read the first paragraph, please. Anyone? Any volunteer, please?
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, can I go? Prabhuji.
Yes, please. Welcome.
The beauty of Krishna. Krishna is known as Madana Mohana because he conquers the mind of Cupid. He is also known as Madana Mohana due to his bestowing favors upon the damsels of Raja and accepting their devotional service. After conquering Cupid's pride, the Lord engages in the Rasa dance as the new Cupid. He is also known as Madana Mohana because of his um, ability to conquer the minds of women with his 5 arrows of form: taste, smell, sound, and touch. The pearls of necklace hanging on Krishna's neck are as white as ducks, and the peacock feather decorating his head is colored like a rainbow. His yellow garment is lightning in the sky, and Krishna himself is like a newly arrived cloud. The gopis are like food grains in the field, and when the cloud pours rain on those grains, it appears that Krishna is nourishing the hearts of the gopis by calling down his pastime rain of mercy. Indeed, ducks fly in the sky during the during the rainy season, and rainbows can also be seen at that time. Krishna freely moves among his friends as a coward boy in Vrindavana. And when he plays his flute, all living creatures, mobile and immobile, are overwhelmed with ecstasy. They quiver and tears flow from their eyes. Yeah. Krishna's conjugal love is the summit of his various opulences. He is the master of all riches, all strength, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation. And out of these, his perfect beauty is his conjugal attraction. Such perfect conjugal beauty eternally exists only in the form of Krishna, whereas his other opulences are present in his Narayana form. As Lord Chaitanya described the super excellence of Krishna's conjugal attraction, he felt transcendental ecstasy. And catching the hands of Sanatana Goswami, he began to proclaim how fortunate the damsels of Raja were reciting a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.44.14. गोप्यस्तपः किमाचरन् यदमूषरूपं लावण्यसारम् असमध्वम् अनन्यसिद्धम् दृग्भिः पिबन्ति अनुसावभिनवं दुरापं एकान्तधाम यशसः श्रिय ऐश्वरस्य. What great presents and austerities the damsels of Vrindavana must have undergone, for they are able to drink the nectar of Krishna, who is all beauty, all strength, all riches, and all fame, and who is the essence of all bodily luster. The body of Krishna, the ocean of the eternal beauty of youth, can be seen to move in waves of beauty, and there is a whirlwind at the sound of his flute. Those waves and that whirlwind make the hearts of the gopis flutter like dry leaves on trees. And when those leaves fall down at Krishna's lotus feet, they can never rise up again. There is no beauty to compare with that of Krishna, who is the origin of Narayana and all other incarnations. For no one possesses beautiful beauty equal to or greater than Krishna's. Otherwise, why would the goddess of fortune, the constant companion of Narayana, give up his association and engage herself in penance to gain the association of Krishna? Such is the super excellent beauty of Krishna, the everlasting mine of all beauty. It is from that beauty that all other beautiful things emanate. The attitude of the gopis is like a mirror upon which the reflection of Krishna's beauty develops at every moment. Both Krishna and the gopis increase their transcendental beauty at every moment, and there is always transcendental competition between them. No one can appreciate the beauty of Krishna by properly discharging his occupational duty or by undergoing austerities, practicing mystic yoga, cultivating knowledge, or offering various kinds of prayers. Only those who are on the transcendental platform of love of God, who engage in devotional service, only out of love can appreciate the transcendental beauty of Krishna. Such beauty is the essence of all opulences and is appreciated only in Golok Vrindavana and nowhere else. In the form of Narayana, the beauties of mercy, fame, etc. are all established by Krishna, but Krishna's gentleness and magnanimity do not exist in Narayana. They are found only in Krishna. Lord Chaitanya, greatly relishing the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, he was explaining to Sanatana, quoted another verse 9.2465. यस्यार्णं मकरकुण्डलचारुकर्णा भ्राजत्कपोलसुभगं सविलासहासं नित्योत्सवं न तत् न तत्तृ न तत् तत्तृपुर्दृशिभिः पिबन्त्यो नार्यो नरस्य मुदिताः कुपितनिमेषम्. The gopis used to release the beauty of Krishna as a ceremony of perpetual enjoyment. They enjoyed the beautiful face of Krishna, his beautiful ears with earrings, his broad forehead, his smile, and while enjoying the sight of Krishna's beauty, they used to criticize the creator, Brahma, for causing their vision of Krishna to be momentarily impeded by the blinking of their eyelids. The Vedic hymn known as Kama Gayatri describes the face of Krishna as the king of all moons. In the metaphorical language, there are many different full moons, but they're all one in Krishna. There is the full moon of his face, the full moons of his cheeks, the full moon of the sandalwood pulp spot on his forehead, which is a half moon, and the beautiful full moons of his fingernails and toenails. In this way, there are 24 and a half moons, and Krishna is the central figure of all of them. That Prabhuji, could and the other devotee take a chance
Oh
as
yeah,
well?
yeah, that's fine. I thought you were going to do the first paragraph only, but
Okay.
you did more. So yeah, so what we will do, uh, if you can you give me uh the rights to share because I will be moving up and down. Is that okay? Can I? Yeah. Okay, I will share it now. Uh, okay. So yeah, right. So you read until here, Prabhu, isn't it? Amoga Prabhu, yeah,
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
yeah. Okay. Now let's discuss this. Basically, you've read half of it. Thank you very much for that. I was thinking you were going to read only this paragraph, but no problem. Okay, so here, um, this particular chapter is actually Prabhupada is talking based on the Madhya Lila of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 20, 21, mostly 21. If you wanted to refer to that chapter, this is where Mahaprabhu actually, chapter 20, Mahaprabhu meets with Sanatana Goswami Pad, and he talks about Sanatana Goswami fall at his lotus feet, clasp his lotus feet, and beg for him to Mahaprabhu to instruct him. He said, I don't know who am I don't know what I'm doing in this world. I don't know why I'm here. Can you please instruct me? So Madhya Lila chapter 20, Mahaprabhu started instructing Sanatana Goswami. And he comes to the beauty of Lord Krishna. He starts describing the beauty of Lord Krishna, which is in chapter 21. So if you want to have a look at it, it is very much more in detailed. So here, I'm aware of the time. I will try to be a bit quick. So we'll see where we go. So Krishna is known as Madan Mohan because he conquers the mind of Cupid. He's also known as Madan Mohana due to his bestowing favors upon the damsels of Vraja and accepting their devotional service. So, after conquering Cupid's pride, the Lord engages in the Ras dance as the new Cupid. He is also known as Madan Mohan because of his ability to conquer the minds of women with his 5 arrows of form, taste, smell, sound, and touch. So here, Krishna is known as Madan Mohana because Cupid is meant to uh, shoot the arrows of attraction to the women or to the opposite gender, so that attraction is created. So Cupid is the one who's responsible for that. But Krishna is actually the one who controls Cupid. So Cupid get controlled by Krishna. He even conquers Cupid himself, who is the cause of love and attraction between male and female. So that's why Krishna is known as Madan Mohan. Madan Mohan also because he attracts the mind of the gopis. He attracts the minds of the women. And Cupid is understood to have these 5 arrows by which one gets attracted, which is the form, taste, smell, sound, and touch. But these 5 arrows are actually owned by Krishna. Right? These 5 arrows are owned by Krishna, even though Cupid used them to attract each other, but these arrows are owned by Krishna. And with with his form, his taste, his smell and sound and touch, he attracts the gopis as well. That's why he's called Madan Mohan. The pearls of the necklace hanging on Krishna's neck are as white as ducks, and the peacock feather decorating his head is colored like a rainbow. His yellow garment is like lightning in the sky, and Krishna himself is like a newly arrived cloud. Uh, these descriptions, one has to always keep it in our mind, in our heart. One has to always remember the form of Lord Krishna, what he's wearing, the shark-shaped earrings. He has got the forest flowers, the Vanamala, long Vanamala touching his lotus feet. He's wearing the Pitambara Vastra, which is the yellow garment. He's holding a, how do you call that, a lotus flower all the time. He's wearing a peacock feather. He has locks of black hair. All these description one has to remember all the time because we are actually doing devotion for the Lord. We need to know who the Lord is, how he is, what is his qualities, what is his features, because this is what one has to remember at the time of death. One has to remember Krishna because the previous, as I mentioned earlier, the previous acharyas have showed us that the object of samadhi, the object of contemplation, is the beauty of Lord Krishna. So in this particular description, one has to actually always read and read and read or constantly hear about the features of Lord Krishna. Nama, Guna, Rupa, Lila. All these, the Nama, the name, the form, the Guna, the qualities, and the pastimes of Lord Krishna. One has to always remember this. While chanting the holy name, one has to remember Krishna. One has to train the mind to remember the different features and aspects of Lord Krishna. So all these descriptions are very important for us to know and to remember all the time. So his yellow garment is like lightning in the sky, and Krishna himself is like a newly arrived cloud. The gopis are like food grains in the field, and when the cloud pours rain on those grains, it appears that Krishna is nourishing the hearts of the gopis by calling down his pastime rain of mercy. So these are metaphorically explained, and it is explained in very poetic form that Krishna is that this newly arrived cloud, and the food grains will only survive and grow and sprout if there is rain. And Krishna is like this rain from the clouds, who is pouring on the grains, and the grains are like the gopis. The gopis can only survive if they see Krishna, if they hear about Krishna's pastimes, if they engages with Krishna in his pastime. This is how they can only survive. If they cannot see Krishna, if they cannot engage with Krishna, if they cannot be with Krishna all the time, they are actually dried leaves, and dried flowers. They can only survive only with the association of Lord Krishna, the gopis. So here, Krishna is the similarity given is that Krishna is this newly formed cloud who is showering the rain of mercy on the gopis who are like the rain, who are like the grains, who will only sprout and grow by the mercy of Krishna, by being with Krishna. So it appears that Krishna is nourishing the hearts of the gopis by cooling down his pastime rain of mercy. Indeed, ducks fly in the sky during the rainy season, and rainbows can also be seen at that time. Krishna freely moves among his friends as the cowherd boy in Vrindavan. And when he plays his flute, all the living creatures, mobile, immobile, are overwhelmed with ecstasy. They quiver, and tears flow from their eyes. So here, uh, the analogy given here, Krishna's neck are white as a duck's, and the peacock feather is decorating his head is like a colored rainbow. So when there is this rain, the cloud has come, the rain is coming in the form of Krishna, the grains are there in the form of the gopis. In this particular environment, there is the ducks also flying. The ducks are flying, and also there is a rainbow, and the rainbow is why the peacock feather decorating Krishna's cloud is like the rainbow in these circumstances. So the rain, the grains, the rainbow, the ducks flying are all part of Krishna's pastimes and the beauty of how Krishna pleases his devotees. So Krishna freely moves among his friends as a cowherd boy in Vrindavan, and when he plays his flute, all the living creatures, mobile and immobile, are overwhelmed with ecstasy. When he plays his flute, all the living creatures are just at a standstill because they're all overwhelmed with ecstasy. They quiver, and tears flow from their eyes. Krishna's conjugal love is the summit of his various opulences. He is the master of all riches, all strength, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation. And out of these, his perfect beauty is his conjugal attraction. So Krishna has got lots of opulences, wealth, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, renunciation. But all of them, right, there is something beyond that. And that's the conjugal love. The conjugal love he has, the attraction he has, the relationship he has with the gopis are the perfection of all his opulences. And his most perfect beauty is his conjugal attraction with the gopis, the love for the gopis, the love for the gopis, and the gopis' love for him. Such perfect conjugal beauty eternally exists only in the form of Krishna, whereas his other opulences are present in his Narayan form. So in this particular rasas, in this particular mellow, the conjugal mellow is only present in Goloka Vrindavan, in Krishna only. The original Shyama Sundara form, only in Krishna, the original form, or the opulence of conjugal love is present. Anything below that, all his expansion, all his other opulences are present, like all wealth, all strength, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation are present in his other expansion, like Narayana form. But the conjugal love, which is the highest opulence, is only present in Krishna, in Goloka Vrindavan. As it says here, whereas his other opulences are present in his Narayana form. As Lord Chaitanya described the super excellence of Krishna's conjugal attraction, he felt transcendental ecstasy, and catching the hands of Sanatana Goswami, he began to proclaim how fortunate the damsels of Vraj were, reciting a verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, as I mentioned, this description is actually being given to Sanatana Goswami. When Mahaprabhu was actually giving this description, was narrating these beautiful pastimes of Krishna and his features and his clothes and his peacock feather and his forest flowers and his necklace and his earrings, he went into ecstasy. He started to feel transcendental ecstasy, and then he caught the hand of Sanatana Goswami, and then he uttered a beautiful verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam, like it is written here. Gopyas tapahakim acharan yad amushyat rupam lavanya saram asamodhvam ananya siddham dirigbihi pibanti anusava bhinavam durapam ekanta dhama yashasaha shreya aishwarya. What great penance and austerities the damsels of Vrindavan must have undergone, for they are able to drink the nectar of Krishna, who is all beauty, all strength, all riches, and all fame, and who is the essence of all beautiful bodily luster. So Mahaprabhu is reflecting, after describing the features and the pastimes of Krishna and his relationship with the gopis. He went into this transcendental ecstasy, telling Sanatana Goswami, what did the gopis have done previously to be able to have such close association with Lord Krishna? Yeah. The body of Krishna, the ocean of the eternal beauty of youth, can be seen to move in waves of beauty. And there is a whirlwind at the sound of his flute. So the beauty of Krishna is like there's an ocean, and that ocean is beauty, and the body of Krishna is like the wave in that ocean. And in that ocean, there is a whirlwind which has been created, and that whirlwind, that tumultuousness, that turbulence, that something has been stirred, that whirlwind is created by the flute. So once Krishna plays the flute, in his beauty, it creates some disturbance in the mind of the gopis. Those waves and that whirlwind make the hearts of the gopis flutter like dry leaves. So when there is a whirlwind, which is like like an agitation in the waves, uh, the hearts of the gopi, which are like dry leaves on trees, fall down at the feet of Lord Krishna, and they get drowned into that into that whirlwind. The analogy given is that when Krishna plays his flute, the gopis actually fall at the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, and they can never rise up again. They get drowned in that whirlwind which has been created by the flute of Lord Krishna. There is no beauty to compare with that of Krishna, who is the origin of Narayan and all other incarnations. For no one possesses beauty equal to or greater than Krishna's. So as I mentioned, the most beautiful, the most maximum opulences is present in Krishna. Anything below, they have got all these opulences, but not as much as Lord Krishna has got them in full. Krishna has got all these opulences in full, but all other incarnations have got all these opulences, but lesser. And then it says here, otherwise, why would the goddess of fortune, the constant companion of Narayan, give up his association and engage herself in penance to gain the association of Krishna? So the goddess of fortune, who is always attracted to Vishnu, to Narayan, in the Vaikuntha Dham, and Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi is considered to be very chaste and to Narayan and to Vishnu, but she herself get attracted to Lord Krishna, and she has to undergo penance, severe penances, and to be able to get the association of Lord Krishna herself. So someone who is such an elevated personality, the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, he is also disturbed by seeing the beauty of Lord Krishna, and she will do penance to be able to gain the association of Lord Krishna as well. Such is the super excellent beauty of Krishna, the everlasting mind of all beauty. So what Prabhupada is also saying here, if Narayana or Vishnu had all the opulences in full, had all the opulences in full, Lakshmi Devi would have been satisfied. But no, but Krishna has got that extra, which even herself, Lakshmi Devi, get attracted to Lord Krishna. So such is the super excellent beauty of Krishna, the everlasting mind of all beauty. It is from that beauty that all other beautiful things emanate. The attitude of the gopi is like a mirror upon which the reflection of Krishna's beauty develops at every moment. Both Krishna and the gopis increase their transcendental beauty at every moment, and there is always transcendental competition between them. So the description given in the Chaitanya Charitamrita by Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami is that there is a mirror, which are the gopis, and there is Krishna. So Krishna is reflecting in the gopis. So what he's saying there is that when it's reflected in the mirror gets even more sharper and then even more beautiful with the reflection. And Krishna also increases his beauty. So both of them are competing. The reflection is competing and Krishna's beauty is also competing. So Krishna gets more beautiful and then it's reflected in the mirror. That reflection gets beautiful and Krishna gets more beautiful again. And then the reflection gets even more beautiful. So this is the competition which is happening here. This is the beauty of Lord Krishna. Both Krishna and the gopis increase their transcendental beauty at every moment. So the gopi are the mirror. So when the gopi sees Krishna, their transcendental beauty increases. And at the same time, Krishna beauty increases. And then the gopis' beauty, transcendental beauty increases, which means the love of Krishna increases. And then Krishna's beauty increases again. And then the love for Krishna increases again with the gopis. So the competition keeps going on. So there is always a transcendental competition between them. No one can appreciate the beauty of Krishna by properly discharging his occupational duty, or by undergoing austerities, practicing mystic yoga, cultivating knowledge, or offering various kinds of prayers. Only those who are on the transcendental platform of love of God, who engage in devotional service only out of love, can appreciate the transcendental beauty of Krishna. Such beauty is the essence of all opulences. So what he's saying here, if someone is undergoing karma yoga, he's trying to do his karma yoga, his karma all the time, or he's doing dhyana yoga, or ashtanga yoga, or pranayama, undergoing austerities, practicing mystic yoga, or he's doing jnana yoga, cultivating knowledge, or he's doing all sorts of yagyas, offering various kinds of prayers, they won't be able to appreciate the beauty of Lord Krishna. So the only way when one can appreciate the beauty of Lord Krishna is by having spontaneous love for the Lord. Spontaneous love. This verse is actually a beautiful verse, which Mahaprabhu actually explains here, but lack of time, I won't be able to go for it. But let's go forward. So only those who are on the transcendental platform of love of God, who engage in devotional service only out of love, can appreciate the transcendental beauty of Krishna. Such beauty is the essence of all opulences and is appreciated only in Goloka Vrindavan and nowhere else. So the beauty of Krishna, if one wants to appreciate the beauty of Krishna, one can only appreciate it as Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan and nowhere else. In the form of Narayan, the beauties of mercy, fame are all established by Krishna, but Krishna's gentleness and magnanimity do not exist in Narayan. They are found only in Krishna. So this actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has actually said this. Krishna has got lots of uh, um, qualities in the form of beauty, beauties of mercy, fame. Uh, there's quite a few of them, are all established by Krishna. They were given to Narayan by Krishna. But there is two qualities which Narayan doesn't have, and it's his gentleness and magnanimity do not exist in Narayan. They are found only in Krishna. So Lord Chaitanya, greatly relishing the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, he was explaining to Sanatana, quoted another verse. Yasyananam makara kundala charu karna bhrajat kapola subhagam savilasahasam nityotsavam na tatripur dashibhihi pibantyo naryo narascha muditaha kupita nimescha. So the gopis used to relish the beauty of Krishna as a ceremony of perpetual enjoyment. They enjoyed the beautiful face of Krishna, his beautiful ears with earrings, his broad forehead, his smile, and while enjoying this sight of Krishna's beauty, they used to criticize the creator, Brahma, for causing the vision of Krishna to be momentarily impeded by the blinking of their eyelids. So, what it means is that when the gopis were seeing the beauty of Krishna, uh, they wanted to continuously gaze at the beauty of Krishna, like it was a ceremony of perpetual enjoyment, Prabhupada describes here. But there was one obstruction. Because they wanted to continuously absorb and enjoy and gaze at the beauty of Krishna, there was one obstruction. And that obstruction was that the eyelid had to blink. Blinking means for a very small fraction of a second, the vision is closed. So the gopis were actually criticizing the creator because Brahma created the living entities, isn't it? And created the human beings and the male and female and created the eyes and ears and all these uh, how do you call that? The Gyanendriyas and the Karmendriyas. The Gyanendriyas are the ears, eyes, and all that. So he was the one who created all this. But he did some mistake. The mistake was, from the gopis' point of view, is that he created that blinking of the eye where there was a momentary obstruction in seeing Krishna. So the gopis did not like this because they wanted to continuously see Krishna all the time and enjoy his beautiful face. Right? The Vedic hymn known as the Kama Gayatri describes the face of Krishna as the king of all moons. In metaphorical language, there are many different full moons, but they are all one in Krishna. There is a full moon of his face. So, so in the Vedic hymn known as the Kama Gayatri, which has got 24 and a half syllables, the Kama Gayatri, all the Gayatris have got different syllables and they're identified by the syllables. So the Kama Gayatri has got 24 and a half syllables. And this is the analogy given is like the Kama Gayatri describes the face of Krishna as the king of all moons. So the 24 and a half syllables represent 24 and a half moon in the body of Krishna. In metaphorical language, which means indirectly speaking, there are many different full moons, but they are all in Krishna. There is the full moon of his face. His face is like a full moon. The full moon of his cheeks, the two cheeks. The full moon of sandalwood pulp spot on his forehead. So Krishna has got a bindi on his forehead, which is like a spot or made of sandalwood, which is one moon, and his forehead is itself half a moon, and the beautiful full moon of his fingernails and toenails. So 10 fingernails, 10 toenails, that's 20. And then you have got the spot on his forehead, which is 21, the two cheeks, which is 23, and then you have the full face, which is 24, and then the half is the forehead, is the half moon. That's 24 and a half. So this is what Mahaprabhu is saying here, and in conversation with Sanatana Goswami, that the Vedic hymn known as the Kama Gayatri describes the face of Krishna as having 24 and a half moons. Yeah? But the king of all moons is Krishna himself. The face of Krishna is the king of all moons. So like that, in this way, there are 24 and a half moons, and Krishna is a central figure in all of them. It is said that the face of Krishna is the king of all moons, and the body of Krishna is the throne of that king of moons. So beautifully described here. Okay, I think Prabhuji read till here, but I'm going to complete it. The dancing movement of Krishna's earrings, eyes, and eyebrows is very attractive to the damsels of Vraj. Activities in devotional service increase the sense of devotional service. What else is there for two eyes to see beyond the face of Krishna? Since one cannot sufficiently see Krishna with only two eyes, one feels incapable and thus becomes bereaved. Such bereavement is slightly reduced when one criticizes the creative power of the creator. So this is a beautiful thing here. So it is said that when the earrings move, it's like the earrings are actually dancing. When Krishna is walking or is moving, the earrings are moving, the earrings are actually dancing. And the eyes and the eyebrows are very attractive to the Lord. The eyes is considered to be like the arrows of Cupid. The eyebrows are considered to be the bow. The bow are the eyebrows, the eyes are the arrows. And when Krishna actually give the sidelong glance to the gopis, it's like Krishna is shooting the arrows. Remember, we were talking about Cupid's arrows, and Cupid have got these 5 arrows, of touch, smell, form, uh, 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 all these 5, So those arrows represents the eyes or the arrows. So when Krishna moves his eyes to the sidelong glance and look at the gopis, it's like the arrows have been shot at the gopis' heart, and the gopis get attracted to Krishna and melt in ecstasy. So what is being explained here is that Krishna's beauty is such it cannot be even described. 2 eyes are not sufficient to be able to enjoy the beauty of the Lord. 2 eyes is not sufficient to be able to enjoy the beauty of the Lord. But what the gopis do, to get a little bit of, they're actually bereaved. Bereaved means one who's completely sad and depressed and dejected and have given up on life because the 2 eyes are not sufficient to enjoy the beauty of Krishna. So to get a little bit of relief from this bereavement, they actually criticizes the creator. They criticizes Brahma. Why you have given us only 2 eyes? You should have given us unlimited eyes. The unsated sea of Krishna's faceless limits. I do not have thousands of eyes, but only 2. And even these 2 eyes are disturbed by the movement of the eyelids. So we've got only 2 eyes. We're not able to enjoy the beauty of Krishna. And you've put something even more which is distressful to us, which is the blinking of an eye. That's even more distressing to us. So you've done so much mistakes in creating our body in our eye because we can't enjoy the beauty of Krishna. So it is understood that the creator of this body is not very intelligent. So they're telling Brahma, you're not very intelligent. He is not conversant with the art of ecstasy, but is simply a prosaic creator. So what the gopis are saying is that is the creator, he doesn't understand what ecstasy means, what the beauty of enjoying the beauty of Krishna means. He's just like a creator, so he just created the eyes, but he doesn't understand. He doesn't have a clue what ecstasy is. He doesn't know how to arrange things properly so that one can only see Krishna. So they are criticizing the Brahma, actually, the gopis. The gopis' minds are always engaged in relishing the sweetness of Krishna's body. He is the ocean of beauty, and the luster of his body and his beauty and the beauty of his face and smile are all attractive to the minds of the gopis. So Krishna is the ocean of beauty, and his body and beauty of his face and his smile are all attractive to the minds of the gopis. In the Krishna Karnamrita, Krishna's body, face, and smile have been described as sweet, sweeter, and sweetest. There is something in relation to this. They say that the different incarnations of Krishna have got different power. Some of them have got physical strength. Some of them, like they say, like Baram can actually Anantashesh. He can actually sustain all the planets. He's so strong. He can sustain all the planets. He's so strong. But there is something much more stronger than this. Much more stronger than this is Krishna's smile. One Krishna smile, nobody can resist that. One Krishna smile, nobody can resist that. So it's even more stronger than anything you can imagine in this world. Even not the strength of Anantashesha is not able to be compared to Krishna's smile. Krishna's smile is so attractive. So that's why once Krishna smile, the gopis are just completely absorbed in his beauty, and they're not conscious about what's happening they lose consciousness basically. Um, so when there are three kinds of contamination in the bodily constitution, convulsions takes place. Similarly, a perfect devotee of Krishna experiences convulsions when he's overwhelmed by seeing the beauty of Krishna's body, face, and smile. Before Krishna's beauty, the devotee sometimes stays immersed in this ocean of transcendental convulsions without receiving treatment. Just as the patient suffering ordinary convulsions may be prevented by a physician from receiving a drink of water for relief. So here, when a perfect devotee of Krishna experiences convulsions when he's overwhelmed by the beauty. So he goes into a state of trance where he doesn't know what's happening by seeing the beauty of Krishna's body, face, and smile. And he stays immersed in that ocean of convulsions without receiving treatment. So there's nothing which can actually take him out of this trance, of this samadhi. The analogy given, just other patients suffering from ordinary convulsions may be prevented by a physician from receiving a drink of water for relief. So they only get a little bit of water for relief in ordinary convulsions. But when a devotee get into this ecstasy, there is nothing which can take them out of this. The devotee increasingly feels the absence of Krishna, for without him, one cannot drink the nectar of his beauty. So when Krishna is not there, the devotee cannot actually enjoy his beauty and his features and his association. When the transcendental sound of Krishna's flute vibrates, the devotee's anxiety to hear the flute penetrates the covering of the material world and enters the spiritual sky, where the transcendental sound of the flute enters into the ears of the gopis and their followers. So when Krishna plays his flute, the devotee's anxiety to hear that flute penetrates the covering of the material world. So when Krishna plays his flute, in this material world, it even pierces the material world and enters the spiritual sky, where that sound of the flute enters the gopis' ears and their followers also. The sound of Krishna's flute always resides within the ears of the gopis. So the Krishna's flute is always resounding in the gopis' ears and always increasing their ecstasy. When they hear it, no other sound can enter their ears, and they are unable to reply properly to their family members. So they are basically absorbed in full consciousness, well, lost consciousness, let's say, because they're not able to hear anything else apart from Krishna's flute playing. When Krishna plays the flute, the gopis' world stops there and then. Their family members will come, their husband will come, their parents will come, their children will come and will talk to them, but they won't be able to hear anything because they're totally absorbed in Krishna's flute. When they hear it, no other sound can enter their ears, and they are unable to reply properly to their family members' questions, for all these beautiful sounds are always or vibrating in their ears. Thus, Lord Chaitanya explained the transcendental constitution of Krishna, his expansions, his bodily luster, and everything connected with him. In short, Lord Chaitanya explained Krishna, the essence of everything, as he is. So, this is chapter 10 of Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Sorry, I had to go very quickly on those topics, but lack of time. But this chapter gives a lot to reflect. And if you want to read a bit more on this, you can read Madhya Lila chapter 20 and chapter 21. Mahaprabhu talks extensively to Sanatana Goswami and explains many of these points we've discussed a little bit more detailed. So I will stop here. I don't know if we have time for discussion, but I'll leave it for you to decide. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Amoghar Prabhu, over to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Hari Prabhu.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so much. That was literally nectar to our ears. This is such a beautiful topic, and I think we were all excited to hear it. And just you explained it so well and with so much depth. Thank you so much. Can everyone please unmute and say 3 Hari Bols for Hari Prabhu, please?
Srila
Hari
Prabhupada.
Hari
Bol.
Bol. Hari
Srila
Bol.
Prabhupada.
Hari Bol. Jai. Prabhu, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. It's like you just want to keep hearing it. Thank you so much. Has anyone has any questions? I know we haven't got much time, but any comments or questions? Quickly.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Ram Lala Prabhu, yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhanyavad
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you for your lovely class. Enjoyable. I have one simple thing to understand. Here is you describe about the beauty of Krishna and 24 moons. In our bhajan also, in the evening prayer, we pray about the Mahaprabhu. Bahu koti chandra jini vadanojjal. Mahaprabhu has thousand and thousand of moons, but here only Krishna has only few moons. Can you explain it?
Yeah. Yeah. Bahukoti Chandrajini. Yeah. So, well, look, if you see here, Prabhupada has written here, is metaphorically, in metaphorical language, referring to the Kama Gayatri, which has got 24 and a half syllables. So the Vedic hymn known as Kama Gayatri describes the face of Krishna as the king of all moons in metaphorical language. So it's just an analogy. Actually, to be honest with you, Krishna can, there's other places has been described that Krishna can actually not be compared to the moon. So you are saying Krishna is Bahukoti Chandrajini. So many moons, unlimited moons. Here it is said Krishna is considered to be like 24 and a half moons. But other places has been written, you can't even compare with the moon. You can't even compare. The moon gets ashamed when Krishna appears. Because Krishna is so beautiful. Not even Krishna. Shri Rama, Ramachandra. That's why we call Shri Ramachandra, isn't it? Now there is a beautiful analogy on that moon subject. When Valmiki was giving this description of Krishna as Ramachandra, the people understand that Krishna is like the moon, or Rama is like the moon. But that's not the point. The point is not this. The point is the moon tried to be like Krishna, like Ramachandra, because Ramachandra is so beautiful, and the moon is trying to be the only closest analogy which you can give to Lord Sri Ram is to the moon, but that moon is trying to have the same beauty of Ramachandra. It's not like Ramachandra is like the moon. The moon is trying to be like Ramachandra. The beauty of the moon is similar to Ramachandra because Ramachandra is the reference. Similarly here, Krishna is the reference. Krishna is not like the moon. The moon is trying to be, the beauty of the moon is only being compared to something which is more beautiful, which is Krishna. So having 24 and a half moons or having unlimited moon or being compared to the moon is just, I would say the feeling or the realization or the bhava of the one who is trying to describe Krishna. Krishna is much more beautiful than the moon. Sri Ramachandra is much more beautiful than the moon. The moon is only being compared to Ramachandra and Krishna because that's the closest thing which can be compared in terms of beauty. But it's not Krishna is being compared to the moon. The moon is the one who is being, I would say, being referred. The moon is beautiful, same like as Krishna is beautiful. Let's put it that way. It's not Krishna is beautiful because of the moon. The moon is beautiful because it resembles Krishna. So whether it says 24 and a half or unlimited or one, uh, that's the realization is not this, because Prabhupada says in metaphorical language. Metaphorical language means indirectly, as a comparison. So as a comparison or indirectly, it is being described at 24 and a half. But 24 and a half is nothing. Krishna is much, much more beautiful than the moon and unlimitedly beautiful. So I don't know, Prabhu, if that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prabhuji. Yeah, actually, this is a metaphoric way. Actually, even although it is considered that Shiva has 27 moons, others, actually, there is another way. Vishnu Priya and
Hare Krishna
her
Prabhu, just
friends.
one quick question.
Yes.
I think Ramlala Prabhu
I think
had something
Yeah,
to say. Yeah, you
yeah,
want to?
yeah. Sorry. Yeah,
it's
maybe.
not.
Yeah. Okay, you explained already nicely. You explained very nicely.
Okay.
Yes. Uh, in fact, they discussed about Vishnu Priya and her friends. They discussed about they compare with moon and Vishnu, and they mentioned that even moon has a defect. Somehow it has dark, but my Prabhu has no defect. There is no dark. So my Prabhu is clean and bright and brighter and brightest. There is no comparison. You explained actually correctly. Even moon becomes shame compared with a Lord. So there is no material things cannot be compared with Lord. But there is some glimpse of Lord, how he will be. Even something beautiful thing, then we can understand his creator is very nice. Then we have to understand how nice the creator is. So that
Yeah.
is a little glimpse we can understand. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Wonderful.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Harival.
Yes, Mataji, I had a question.
So maybe this is who came first, the egg or the chicken type of question, but between Radharani and the gopis and Krishna, who is more beautiful?
Okay. The answer to this is there's no difference between Radharani and Krishna. Radharani is Krishna, Krishna is Radharani, because Krishna, Chit Shakti, internal energy, is actually Radharani. So one cannot differ between the beauty of Srimati Radharani and Krishna, because Krishna is Radharani, Radharani is Krishna. Because Radharani is actually the pleasure potency, Hladini Shakti. And what is it? Where does she come? She comes from Krishna himself. So we can't actually differentiate. And the question, there is a echo somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe you can mute your So yeah, there is we cannot give this comparison, because on a spiritual level, Radharani, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya, there's no difference between Radha Krishna. So they both complement each other, because Radharani is Krishna because he's part of Krishna, he's the energy of Krishna, and the energy of Krishna is Radharani. And in the absolute platform, there is no difference between Radha and Krishna, because one is the energy, one is the energetic, one is the Shakti, and one is the source of the Shakti. So on the absolute level, there's no difference. But having said that, Sri Krishna get attracted to Sri Radharani also. That's why Krishna, Radharani actually controls Sri Krishna. And even though Krishna controls Cupid as Madan Mohan, and we all know that Krishna is called Madan Mohan Mohini because Krishna is also attracted to the beauty of Radharani. But more than the beauty, uh, Krishna is attracted to the love, the super excellent, the unlimited love from the gopis, and supreme of the gopis is Shrimati Radharani. But who is more beautiful? You know, I mean, that's what I can say. I don't know if anybody else have got any other answer to that. But uh, there's no difference between Radha and Krishna. One is the energy, one is the energetic source of the energy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yes, wonderful answer. Actually, we cannot distinguish Radha, Krishna, or gopis. So everything belongs to Krishna. So whatever we can give the Radharani is so nice, so beautiful, is actually belongs to Krishna. He is the Shaktiman. He is the source of everything. So there is no distinction about. So there is one, and there is no different actually. They're the same.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so Gaurangi Mataji, would you be kind enough to do Nashinga prayers, please? Asha Mataji, would you like to join her? They're still there.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mother.
Puna.
Yes, Mother. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, would you be kind enough to do the Nashinga Dev prayers together?
Yes, Mother.
Thank you.
Mataji, can you share, Mataji?
Yes.
Sometime I
Hari Prabhu, can you if you can just unshare, then I'll. Thank you. Okay, just a moment. Just
okay. I will start, Mataji.
okay. There we go.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Prahlad Ladadaini.
Prahlada Ladataini.
Prahlad Ladadaini.
Prahlada Ladataini.
Ira Purvachahai.
Hiranyakashipurvakshaha.
Hiranyakash. Sorry, I forgot. Prabhuji. I cannot see Prabhuji properly. That's why. Sorry about that. Ito nasimo parato nasimo.
Ido Narashimo Parado Narashimo.
Ito nasimo parato nasimo.
Ido Narashimo Parado Narashimo.
Yeto yami tato nasimo.
Yado Yami Tado Narashimo.
Yeto yami tato nasimo.
Yato yato yami tato narasimho.
Bahir Nrsimha Hridaye Nrsimha.
Bahir narasimho hridaye narasimho.
Bahir Nrsimha Hridaye Nrsimha.
Bahir narasimho hridaye narasimho.
Nrsimha Madim Saranam Prapade.
Narasingamadim saranam prabhati.
Nrsimha Madim Saranam Prapade.
Narasingamadim saranam prabhati.
Tavakara Kamala Bare Inaka Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipur Tanuvringam Kisavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare.
Tavakala kamalavarnakam atudashingam dalida hiranyakashipu tanubringam केशवद्रीदा नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
Tabakara Kamala Bare Nakam Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipur Tanuvringa Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare.
तव कमलवरेणकम् अद्भुतशृङ्गाम् दलितारण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम् केशवद्रीदा नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare.
केशवद्रीदा नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
Jaya Nasimadev, Jaya Nasimadev, Nasimadev, Jaya Nasimadev.
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Srila Guru Deva.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Srila Guru Deva.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय,
Jai,
Hey,
प्रहलाद महाराज की,
Jay,
श्रील प्रभुपाद की,
Jai,
Jay,
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की,
Jay.
Jai.
निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी.
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Ram.
Bol.
Sorry, Prabhuji, is background very nice. Baby is very nice.
They are very
Prabhuji.
nice. They are
Very
also participating with you.
When I sing, then he want to sing. That's why he said no. Make a noise. You cannot sing. That's why he make a noise. Sorry.
No,
Because-
very good, very good.
Thank you,
Yes,
Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Give me opportunity. with me.
Mm. It's very relishable. So we had like beautiful description of Lord Krishna's beauty by Vipin Vihari Prabhu, and then Gaurangi Mataji and Asha Mataji. They sang from one beauty of Lord Krishna to the other beauty of Lord Nrsimha. So very relishable. Thank you so much. It's been such a lovely evening. And yeah, I mean, when we hear these lovely topics, they're just amazing, and what to say. Thank you so much. So we'll continue next week. Everybody have a lovely evening, and we'll see you all during Japa session at 5:30 tomorrow morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So Hare Krishna, and yeah, see you all tomorrow. Vanchakalpatarobhyascha kripa sindhu
Vacha,
Patanam
Patitanam,
Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Namo Namo.
Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki
Jai.
Jai,
Shri Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Hare Krishna.